fun and excitement. Want to say hey, Nick? Here, let's say. Do you want to drive on the mic, Nick? Here. Feels awesome, huh?
What? No.
No, it feels really uncomfortable.
It feels like it's on a weird angle because it doesn't fit on my head.
So you can adjust it.
How do I adjust it?
If you like pull on like the, it's like if you pull on this like select right side of your head, if you pull up, it kind of like I can help too if you want. So try that might be as big as it goes actually. Yeah, that's probably as big as it goes.
Okay. I guess that's fine.
Yeah, guys, so part 6.
Yeah, cause you're so bad at this part.
Yeah, I say awful at this part. Nice! For next few playthroughs, not even gonna lie, I actually might. Ooh, you know he did. Wow, that was.
I think you did die, actually.
Yeah, I might have. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, Nick. Oh, yeah, have you told if you're watching or told your viewers that we found it Blu-ray?
We found the Dead Space movie on Blu-ray, the first one. Yeah, we've yet to watch it.
Possibilities are endless.
Oh yes. No.
Nice. Against children, yeah, that's
A little.
Guys, come on, move it.
I guess if you're scared by that kind of thing. No.
Let's do this.
It's one of those movies that you'd think I would like, but lately falls short of my preferred subgenre of shape-shifting aliens. Because he's actually a shape-shifting demon. So I'm not into that. Like literally, I have categorize my movies. There's like half of them is shape-shifting aliens, and then the rest is like just like slowly getting less specific. Like, okay, the rest are aliens, and then it's just horror movies. And there's even more specific one. There's like shape-shifting aliens in the Arctic. Like there's literally like 3 that fit that criteria. Yes.
Come on! Turn off that panel!
Yeah. And like whether they're on boats, I could categorize that too. Probably be more than one.
Nice. Stand by. I'm gonna open a door for you. There's one last panel in that room. Transfer it to me.
Is it Man of Medan?
Yeah, Man of Medan, that's what it is.
Yeah. Oh. You know what I'm more interested in is the Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken dating sim that's coming out. I honestly don't know. It's a dating sim. Yes, it's not only a dating sim. They decided to do it in the anime style. So yeah, I don't know, but we're definitely, that's gonna be the next game on this stream. So if you're excited for that, comes out September 24th, I think. We'll be playing it. gonna play it blind, no spoilers, of course.
Can't see it.
You think it's gonna be rated R? I hope so. I want to see all 11 of his herbs and spices, you know. Like they already know what we want. Like he's the only person you can date in the game apparently. Like they don't even advertise anyone else. It's like, do you want to date Colonel Sanders or anyone else?
You get Colonel Sanders.
You get Colonel Sanders.
This is the farthest we've gotten so far. It must be Colonel Sanders. It must be
Yes.
another Colonel Sanders.
Also, unsurprisingly, the game is free. So it's literally
One last
infinite
panel in that
value.
room. Transfer it to me.
Yes.
Guy's job is what?
Nice.
Anybody else? I don't want to blow it now. We've come so far. Where's that coming from?
Fall in. Right with me. Sweet.
You know, we should set up in the house just like a
Nice.
KFC dating game release party. Get a bunch of guys together in the basement, order KFC, and play the game when it comes out.
Okay, we're done.
Let me look.
Wait. Oh,
Like
shit.
we might have to travel
Power levels are good, but we need to
many hours, but we will
How do we do that?
have our finger-licking goodness.
We'll need a full set of tools, enough rated cable to
South
connect two
Park where they have the
transform
medicinal
blocks,
fried chicken.
an interrupt.
I've never seen that episode.
What the
Oh my
hell?
God,
You mean
No.
we're stuck?
Why does it always assume I want to go to work?
Unless you can pull something
Stupid
out.
phone. I don't want to go to work.
Big enough to connect
Ever.
two transformers.
Yeah. But not because I want it to
Something
be.
big enough to fit between those things out front.
There's one on Rose Street.
Oh,
Dom.
Yeah, 2.5 miles.
Problem up till now.
There. Open the
I don't
back
actually
door.
want to go there, phone. I mean, I do, but I won't.
Dating games. So we're getting bought a while.
Yes.
Going nuts. Oh, guys.
Wow, you finally made it. It must have been the will of Colonel Sanders.
We piss it off.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, by the will, we are now fighting the giant dinosaur.
Mother smiles upon him. That's a 2. I think the chainsaw is the preferred weapon here. Also, maybe like, yeah, maybe he's like
Target those
kind of molesting you a little bit. Kind of inappropriate. You should probably ask him to stop. Like, I don't want to imply that like you're asking for it, but
Mildly
you gotta assert yourself. Tell him you don't like this.
Yeah, I'd be like, he's stomping on me. He's, you know, spewing my blood and guts. I just
Like,
gotta,
just because you're dressed as a soldier and you're shooting at him doesn't mean that you're into it.
There it is. Now what?
That's not consent, okay?
We piss it off.
No. No, he needs to ask first.
Man, each guy that just gets more and more gruesome. I love it.
Yes.
It's marvelous. I love it. That reminds me of that YouTube video we found out about last year of Year One. The hype. He's like, oh, you over there, gun boy.
Yes.
Gun oil.
Shit. There it is.
Here's
Now
I
what?
found was the whole South
We piss it off.
Be wearing a jag before I'm fucked.
Have I ever told you about the I'm Sorry John subreddit?
No, do tell.
Oh, it's a subreddit, and basically all they do is post Garfield horror fan art.
There it is. Now what?
We
Like, that's
piss
it.
off.
That's all they do, and they just like depict him as some type of eldritch god that just constantly torments John in horrific and gruesome ways. It's quite beautiful. It also has like 200,000 subscribers. So like, there's a stupid number of people who are on there and just posting art of our Dark Lord, Garf, the old god.
Rock and roll. Look at those arm guns.
Is it all true? I kind of like the whole Ned Flanders look-alike band. Like, how'd you find out about that one? 'Cause that one's hilarious.
Oh, that? Well, I found out about that at a Magic the Gathering tournament a few years ago. Someone was like, hey, did you know there's a metal band called Oakley Dokley? And their theme is that they all dress as Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. I'm like, well, I do now, and I'm happier for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do we take out the big gun?
Bring him down, Arlo. Get a shot out. Let's take this guy out. Kill the driver.
I don't think you have time to switch to your sniper. Hello.
Just in time. Everyone say hi to John. Hi, John.
Hi.
See, there we go. John, have you come to join the magic that me and Nick are excreting? Austin's here too, yes. Austin's here for this.
Hello.
There it is. Now what?
We're playing Gears of War, discussing the sub-following of Garfield.
Yeah, I completely agree.
That's because he doesn't respect boundaries.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, like, alright, well, that's the end of that one. Weapons of mass destruction.
What just happened?
There it is. Now what?
Now, we piss it off.
Yeah, what'd you do that for? Why are they yelling? You can hear them yelling in the background. We apologize because this is a Christian stream and they're clearly not God-loving words.
Oh, there she blows. Alright. Like square one.
Yes. This is technically square 2.
Bring him down, Arlo. Get a shot out. Let's take this guy out.
Let's do that a few times.
Engage. Eyes on target. Kill the driver.
Ooh, interesting. Oh. So, there's this series of subreddits on Reddit, and that stem from one called Comedy Cemetery. And the purpose of this subreddit is you post jokes and memes that are just really bad and not funny in order to make fun of them. But then there's a bunch of other subreddits that spawned off of it. The first one being Comedy Heaven, which is where you post memes that are so bad that they become funny.
Bring them down to our level so we can get a shot at them.
Yes, but then there's also Comedy Necromancy, where you take a bad joke and you make it funny. And then there's my favorite one, which is called Comedy Necrophilia, where you take a bad joke and you make it worse until it becomes funny.
Down to our level so we can get a shot at them.
Yeah, it's like imagine those really terrible Facebook memes that your parents sent you, but just like made so terrible and just made fun of constantly. That's basically that subreddit. It's great. Shot him through the gun.
Okay, let's roast this thing. Run to the transformers.
Where?
Over there. The access road. The fence is open. Run!
It's a cutscene.
And I thought the food in prison smelled bad.
Anya, bridge power's restored and we're moving out.
Marcus, we've lost control of the train. Now you'll have to catch it as it passes through Timgad Station.
Roger that.
Jump on a moving train and try to recapture a bomb. This day just keeps getting better and better.
That's better than killing giant Ruach. Why haven't you been using that thing?
Yeah, no lie, like, kind of helpful. Oh yeah.
No.
Not at all. Not the slightest.
Snipers! Up there!
Pretty sure they just shot you in the head twice, but since you were in cover, the game was like, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, we'll
More flag!
Yeah.
I'll end up like poor Karma at the very beginning. For sure.
No.
Maybe I was back home when I was doing that. Or where Carmine gets his head blown off by that movie. That was incredible. Ding! There it is.
Oh, he dropped his gun.
All the way across the courtyard.
Sweet.
Eat shit and die!
Oh, here we go, here it is.
Take cover!
Dirt.
Yeah, there it is.
Sniper!
Uh,
Man, it stinks in here.
There's a lot of resistance on that air above him.
In your face!
Hole has been shot.
Oh, damn. Huh. Well, that was just a shame, eh?
Yeah.
Let's see, I got offered $30 relish for this graphing calculator. I'm gonna say no. Ooh, I should check the Twitch the dashboard in case anybody chats us during the stream or after or 10 years from now when we're famous.
Yes. Hey, aren't you the guys that played Colonel Sanders dating sim 10 years ago? They're like, yes, that was us. We did that. Should speedrun that game.
Can't get a target. Who's next?
Yeah.
24 minutes. That is beyond impressive. Like, I was so in shock. I was just kind of like, whoa, what the hell? How do I do such things?
Have you ever played Dishonored? You should look up the speedruns for that game. Yeah, because they finished in like the whole game in like 50 minutes. Like each level is like, okay, teleport here, drink potion, teleport here, stab the guy through the door, teleport here, I'm done.
Who's next?
Yeah. Apparently the game has a lot of glitches that you can exploit.
I'm out.
Yes. Yes. I've never played any of them. Okay. Yes. Apparently my mom found a Xbox in a storage unit, so I can have that for free if I want it. No, I think it's a 360. It's an Xbox One, I'm definitely taking it.
Let's go!
Probably look for tags. I like that he does a little ballerina swirl every time he moves from cover.
Maybe I'll speed run. Maybe I'll do like a speed run and like around the perimeter just to see if there's anything, and then that way we'll know for sure if like there's.
Yes.
That probably would have been a good idea at the very beginning. I guess I didn't really think that one through. Huh. Oh, it's starting to get dark out again. Try to see if we have any new viewers. We've gotten a few since we last did this. Like 3 or 4 more, like on the channel.
Okay.
We got a new follower. We got a new follower. Oh, Bryce, it's me. Oh shit.
I'm not even watching. I don't think any of them want it, Bryce. You have to ask consent first. I think I heard him say yes.
Hey, got one, baby.
Now see, you asked if you could shoot him in the head. You clearly, that was a torso shot. as we all know, consent to one act does not necessarily mean consent to another. What's that?
Whoa, what's happening on my laptop? That's creepy. Someone calling me? Oh yeah, it's the. You might own this for me real quick, Nick.
Okay.
That's their movie review guy.
I'm like 1/3 of the way through, but nothing from it chapter 2 yet, really, except for the introduction to the adult characters. The point of this is to inform me that if I bring something up in this review, like, well, that wouldn't really work for me if the answer you want to give when you get on your keyboard is, well, that's how it was in the book. Please reference the beginning of this review.
Bro, no one cares. No one's read the book. It's like one person, and it's Matt.
Yeah, it's Matt Tracy. What a guy. Wow, that was weird, right? Like, I've never had that happen. That kind of scared me. I was like, I thought someone was watching our stream and commenting. I'm like, oh shit, Nick, we're doing it.
YouTube autoplay has really upped their game recently.
Yeah, I was about to say, big facts. Like, that was impressive. Dude, we didn't even have to say anything, and they're like, oh, here we go. I'm like, what?
Snipers! Who's next?
Just pick up 587 bullets. Fine. Yeah. You have to. You counted them out too, so you know exactly how many you have. Do a double check to make sure that number is accurate. Probably doesn't happen until you kill the snipers.
Nice!
I should probably do it because I was gonna stumble. Like I did in the last one. Whoa!
Throwing cover!
There she was. Probably a waste of stuff.
That was for the highlight reel!
Yes.
When it gets darker, we gotta be careful with this krill.
Because what?
Have you ever seen that part of the game with the krill?
No.
It's like what the krill do is like if it's dark out, there are these crows that come around and just fucking kill you if you're in the dark. If you're in their zone, they just shred you to pieces.
Okay.
So like I'm applying the concept to real life, except it would never work because krill don't exist.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I understand the joke now.
Yeah, see, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I just had to phrase it better, that was all.
Yeah. You just had to explain it in detail.
Who's next?
Now I recognize that he consented to that before, but he did not consent to it this time. You should have asked again. Yeah. Can we change the category of this stream to sex ed? Yes. Maybe we'll get more viewers. It's like a political gaming channels. Where it's like the background's like Call of Duty and they just talk about Trump.
We got one. How about interviewing Wall Street? Get a professor on. Yeah.
We gotta get the pastor in.
Yeah, we gotta get
Pastor Jacob, we have a very special get-together happening on the 24th. Do you like KFC? Because I think you're gonna like this. What was he doing? Oh. Okay.
Kinda cool, but I was like, whoa, I know that guy. Pastor Jacob.
So I heard that IFC did not like our shirts.
Oh, yeah, they did.
I can't say I'm surprised. hate that Bourbon always feels the need to complain to me when I go to brush my teeth. It's like, I really don't care, Bourbon. I understand that you don't like IFC. I can't say no, because like my mouth is full of fluids. Most often toothpaste, but...
Get ready!
Call, Bear! Get up there! I'll be right with you! Let's go, let's go! Oh, shit!
Why are these guys not getting shot at?
Damn it! Damn it, we suck! We'll catch you right on Raven. Sorry, guys. It's okay. Anya, what are we looking at?
Okay,
It's okay, I
Ron is at the
forgive you.
front of the train. And there
I
are
love you,
plenty of
babe.
Locust on board. You gotta get going now.
Let's move out.
Maybe you didn't try hard enough. Try throwing a grenade at it.
Frag out!
Maybe not.
Come on!
I think so, yeah. I think they're illegal.
Lock and move! Nice!
I like how you just don't move the crosshair and they'll just put their elbow there.
Who's next? Nice!
This has been the elbow strat. Now that you all know it, you can be much better Gears of War Ultimate players. Easily beat this level every time, sub 5 minutes.
Who's next?
Just elbows only. Welcome to the elbow only shots insane challenge, where if we hit someone in a spot that isn't the elbow, we have to start over. Scratch that, this is now the ankles mode. We're gonna only shoot that guy in the ankles. He's the one exception to the elbow rule.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Because his elbows are just too hard to hit.
Yeah, elbows and ankles.
Let's move out.
Good thing you didn't hit his head there, because this is an elbow only run.
Right.
Yes. It's a good thing you're so bad at this game. That looks like his elbow. See, you hit your elbow there.
Yeah, I did. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
That's your weak point.
It's a weakness. It's always my
Let's move out.
I will say.
It's a direct link with the largest nerve in the body. It goes straight to your brain. When you sever that, it's just, you literally explode into blood.
Nice.
Like that, yeah, you hit his elbow. Grenade didn't even blow up yet. He's dead. Yeah, I think you got his elbow. As long as you start at the elbow. Oh, see, that was a forearm shot, but it actually went through and hit his other elbow, so that counts. Yes. Yeah, that's probably his elbow. What else would it be? He sees, he knows where you're going for. The elbow. I don't know if Dom was aiming for the elbows, we might have to start over. Is that a good elbow shot? That was a Good elbow hit. Yeah.
I can't see it.
Oh yeah, with that man, all that's raw.
Now that we've combined the forces, shoot their elbows in the name of Colonel Sanders. His elbow is actually attached to his knee through his entire body, so it's technically another shot. Maybe don't punch it. I mean, I was gonna say chainsawing it would be more effective. Yeah. But it doesn't actually have an elbow, so I don't think it's fair game. We can't hit it. I think we just have to run away and avoid it. Colonel Sanders knows the ways of shooting someone in a place that isn't the elbow or the ankle. That was a clean ankle shot. We get one of those per level. That's the one we decide to take. Normally that guy's, everyone always goes for the elbow, but we're trying a new speedrun strategy. We use him as the ankle guy. It's actually more difficult to shooting them in the ankles than it is in the elbows, so I don't know why we would do that. But you know, that I don't make the rules. This is decided by the National Elbow Game Mode for Gears of War Ultimate Association. Yeah. As over one member. As two, it's us. Please visit our website and consider donating to our cause. I know I said that we don't make the rules, but we did. It was us. We're the only people there, so that I don't want to lie to you guys. We totally made those rules. Yeah. So one ankle shot. If you guys think that it should be more than one ankle shot, then you're just wrong. Quite frankly. Please reevaluate your. Yeah, it's called the elbow game, not the ankle shot game. If you just say there's no ankle shots allowed, that'd just be insane. Why would?
Oh yeah.
Now see, you shot him in the head there, but I think technically, since you shot him in the head and you shot that guy in the knee, the average out kind of shot them both in the elbow.
I love it. I love it. I think
Hang on, let me ask the judges. Do you think that's okay? Yeah, he's the judge, by the way. There's only two of us, so.
Jack, open this door.
Yeah, please donate. We need to hire more people. And everyone that we send the application to thinks that we're joking. So we need more credibility as well. Yeah, to fill out the application. Heads up, the first few questions are, do you think there should be more than one ankle shot allowed per level? The answer should be obvious.
Delta, you can't. Not with all those nemesis hitting the sky.
Fine, we'll go to plan B.
Yeah, it's not even that long of an application. It's like 6 essay questions. You need 3+ years of experience working for a related field. Very, very related. It's something related to elbows, preferably. But if it's related to Gears of War, we'll consider it. You didn't want to use that torque bow?
Take cover!
He just completely missed. Oh, it was easy.
Yeah, right. I know it's kind of nice.
I think technically when he fell down, he hit his elbows first. Yeah. No, those guys got a lot of elbows. That's the easy part of the elbow game.
The door's open, Marcus. Move, quick.
Doesn't even make any sense.
It doesn't at all. I don't know why we hired him.
Phoenix, Hoffman's picked us up. We're on our way.
Affirmative.
It's astounding. Actually, oh look, Crimson Omen. Usually the cog tags around. However, I think I already picked it up. Let's look around for it.
Okay. Check around.
Here they come.
Take cover!
I think you got his elbows.
There's gotta be a little. Oh,
Yeah.
look. Whoa.
Shot you in the elbow.
Yeah, they got me clean in the elbow without even a doubt.
Phoenix, Hoffman's picked us up. We're on our way.
Affirmative. Here they come.
Fire in the hole! Out there, Phoenix! Take cover!
We already used our ankle shots. Oh, it's fine. He crouched down. You hit him in the elbow.
Hit me with his elbows.
Yeah.
Damn kids.
It's such a vulnerable move, but it's very powerful.
Very.
Phoenix, Hoffman's picked us up. We're on our way.
Affirmative. Here they come.
Take cover!
There's no regard for their elbow safety. Always use elbow protection. Yes, we have to. We made them. If we didn't follow them, no one else would. Because no one else really plays the elbow game. If you guys want to do the elbow game for yourself, then we're thinking about hosting a tournament soon. Gonna be a prize pool of up to $20 in Subway gift cards. We might have more than one,
You're good
but
to
it'll
go.
be at max $20 total. We can't do more than that. They're not sponsored either. That's just how we have to pay to avoid legal trouble. We couldn't afford an actual license. But if you're the only person who shows up,
Let's keep moving.
then I mean we won't be hosting the tournament, so you won't win anything. But if you're the second person who shows up, you might win. Yeah. All you got to do is sign up, fill out our application, which is probably easier than the job application one. And then you got to travel all the way here on your own expenses. We can't pay for that. Bring your own computer, please, and or console. But you need a TV if you have your console, because we don't have a TV either. We're actually playing this on our smart fridge. And yeah, no max either. Unless we have like less than 2 people, then we'd maybe say max. But I don't want to tell you that max are allowed. It's just like you spend all that money to come out here and like oh all I have is a max. Like you can't allow that. That'd just be a waste of money at that point. So make sure you bring your PC. Yeah. And you know, who knows? You might win the elbow game. How is the elbow game scored, you might ask? Well, the winner is the person who obviously. What did you think it was? It is. We made the rules. For this too. We're the only people in the National Elbow Association. Yes. Quite frankly, there's no other possible scoring system.
I need ammo.
Demonstrating the rare 360 technique where if you run all the way around that guy, the game actually glitches out and you get 3 extra frames removed, so you can move slightly faster for those frames, which isn't actually worth it in the long run since you waste so much time not killing him. But in the elbow game, it's completely mandatory. Oh, watch this elbow. Watch this elbow. That was directly in the elbow. His elbow is completely intact, but that's just because he had armor there. His head was completely unprotected, so when you hit the elbow, it just popped right off.
You've got chain guns on the roof of your car.
We gotta get to the roof.
This is the going around the entire car strat, where you do a figure 8 all around the car. Which doesn't actually do anything, but is that the last one?
It's one of the last ones. Glorious. Wow. He left. Man. I don't know how wow, that's nice. See,
Thank you, Colonel Sanders Sama.
Sweet.
without you. Here we go. Let's keep moving.
There's a ladder. I'm on it.
Okay.
Watch out.
Use your
there.
elbows.
Yes. Actually,
Why didn't you put your gun on your back when you did that? I mean, you've had it on your back many times. There's also a third gun that goes somewhere. I don't know where you keep that. Careful, you almost shot him in a place that wasn't the elbow. You have to start over if you do that. Yeah, and that's like yourself and me, so it's like everyone in the room. No. I'm gonna be honest, these enemies are kind of dull. It's too easy. It's basically free points in the elbow tournament. We've honestly considered just making it so these guys aren't actually worth any points because they're just too much elbow. It'd be unfair. You just run through the game, wait until you get to these guys, and then just shoot them a whole bunch with your gun.
That's the ugliest damn thing I've ever seen.
There's a turret over there. There's one.
Get down.
Protect your elbows.
Yes, gotta protect the elbows. That's why we're not doing this. We gotta.
Remember, if you get shot in the elbows by an opponent in the tournament, they actually steal your points. Now you might be asking yourself, how can you get shot in the elbows by your opponent if you're both playing on different players? Can't. But in case you do, we thought ahead. Can you tell Dave or whatever? To go up there, maybe?
I wish. Buddy.
Some free elbow shots here.
god.
There is only one elbow guy. It is Colonel Sam. Look at his elbows. I think that's what happens if you win the game, is he shows you his elbows.
He does, and they, let me say, he must be sponsored by like a company or something, because those things are assumed as
I think he rubs KFC gravy.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I've been asking him about this.
He doesn't give his secrets easily, but maybe if you seduce him, he'll tell you one of his 11 secret herbs and spices. Maybe that's the secret ending. He gives you the recipe.
Yikes, all that hard work. Maybe I'll try the turrets this time around. We'll see what we can get going. Damn, man, that's tragic. The Colonel just must not have been.
No, he doesn't want us to know.
There's a ladder.
He doesn't want us to find out.
Watch our back.
It's a hearsay to attempt to find them out. The secret ending is actually cursed.
Thing I've ever seen.
We're dishonoring him by trying to find it. But it's something we just have to do. The temptation is too high. It's a lot easier to hit their elbows. Right now, there's another one. Yeah.
They definitely shift quite a bit.
Might have to go to the left one. It's okay, they're just ignoring you now for some reason. Never mind.
Oh man, let's try it again. We're making progress.
Yeah.
Good progress.
Maybe you gotta switch between them more frequently.
I will say, I wish Dom would help me out there too, but he's like, I'm dumb, I'm just gonna see.
My elbows are too soft.
There's a ladder.
His elbows are.
I'm on it.
He's just there to tell you that there's a ladder. He's trying to tell you that he never learned how to climb ladders, but you never let him finish, and he's a bit too embarrassed to ask you to wait.
So he's just gonna hang out there. He's like, all right, Marcus, you got this.
Hey, there's a ladder. Oh yeah, I'll climb it. No, wait.
There's a ladder.
Okay. I'll be here.
Watch our back.
And you're like, watch our back, and he's like, okay, well that's clearly, I'm just gonna use that as my excuse for not climbing this ladder. So it's definitely not because I never learned, my dad never taught me how to climb ladders, because he was never there for me. My dad was Colonel Sanders, by the way. He said, son, I'll never teach you how to climb ladders on purpose, much like I'll never teach you any of the 11 famous herbs and spices. I might be willing to tell you how many of them are herbs. Yeah, but you're not gonna know any of them. You're just gonna know slightly more than everyone else, and that it's gonna drive you insane. And you'll never learn how to climb ladders either, because that's actually where I store the herbs and spices. And so if you learn how to climb a ladder, you would one day figure it out. Now I know what you're saying, Father, Mr. Sanders. I don't let you call me Father, Mr. Sanders.
It's not like
what? Why can't I seek someone else's help to learn how to climb ladders?
There's a ladder.
And that's because you have no friends.
Watch our
I'm
back.
sorry, Dom. I raised you to be an antisocial on purpose. So that way you will never have the chance to learn from others how to climb ladders. But maybe one day you'll still be able to find work someplace, such as the DMV.
Yeah.
Or President of the United States.
It's gotta be a government job though, can't be anything else.
Yeah.
There's a ladder.
Otherwise you might need social skills and you don't have any.
Watch our back.
I'm surprised that you know how to talk. But it'd be hard to raise you if you couldn't.
That's the ugliest damn thing I've ever seen.
Anyways, so if you guys didn't know the lore behind Dom in this game, it's actually kind of in depth. It's actually the only mention of Colonel Sanders in this entire series, but he plays such a large role in why Dom doesn't climb ladders. I know what you're thinking, like, hasn't he climbed ladders in Chapter 4? When you all climb that ladder to get on top of that building, and... yes. But... he also has short-term memory loss, and he watches the other guys climb the ladder, so he knows how. But as soon as he climbs the ladder, he forgets immediately. I know there's many questions, but I'll get to all of them. Okay, just calm down. First question's probably, well, how come he has short-term memory loss? What, did Colonel Sanders give him that, so that way he won't remember how to climb ladders? And the answer is no, he was just born with that. It's just a birth defect. It's fine. And what else you might be thinking? Why couldn't he watch Marcus here climb the ladder up to these turrets and copy him then? And it's because he was too busy trying to warn him that he can't climb ladders that he forgot to watch how to climb the ladder. He's not actually very smart. Yo, elbows. It's okay. You didn't kill him, so technically those shots don't count. You just lost a few points. It's fine, you'll still probably get the high score because no one else has done this before. And then next time we can just do slightly better and we'll have the high score again. That's why I bought that arcade machine, and why the scores are always so bad. Sometimes I get a really big score on accident and I have to unplug the thing and plug it back in so I can get more high scores. Yeah.
Anya, what the hell is happening?
You've got wretches. 4 cars ahead. They're cutting the power. Hurry before they cut you loose.
Let's move. Oh yeah.
Good elbow shots. Another thing that constantly plagues Dom's troubled mind is that despite being the seed of Colonel Sanders, he was not born with beautiful elbows. Yeah, his backstory is quite depressing. I should have given a trigger warning before I started it, but hopefully you all made it out okay. Viewer count decreases by 1. Oh no. I mean, just look at Dom. Look at him. Look at his face, real quick. Tell me he's not related to Colonel Sanders. Look at that jawline. That's Colonel Sanders right there.
Nice.
And you might be thinking also, why doesn't he have the characteristic Kentucky accent? And that's because when he was 16, he moved to Florida, and he lived there for a while, and he lost his accent. Well, yeah, he didn't really talk to begin with because he had no social skills. Like, he wouldn't even talk to the person behind the counter at the grocery store. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He had to use the self-checkout lanes all the time, and then whenever it would get stuck, he would just, yeah, and then he'd have to come back later and hope no one asked him about his incident. No one remembered. Sometimes he'd come late at night, so he knew that all the people that worked there were off, and there was different people on shift. Yes. But then eventually the grocery store
Let's
switched
do
from
this.
being 24 hours to just 8 to 11, and he couldn't do that anymore, and it's just so depressing. For someone who's the direct descendant of Colonel Sanders, his life is nothing but hardships.
Oh yeah.
His father wanted him to grow up tough, to develop his own 11 herbs and spices. But Don doesn't see it that way. Don just thinks that his father didn't care about him.
Quite a sad story.
Yeah.
Quite sad. Dude, I can't believe I just blew it.
And in his final act of defiance, he told his dad that I will not be going to culinary school to open my own restaurant chain, and I will instead join the military to fight against the locusts.
Let's move.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders faced great slight business failure. It wasn't that bad, but his stocks kind of dropped a bit because his son was estranged. Didn't want to form a competing restaurant, which doesn't really make any sense, but you know.
Oh yeah.
Colonel Sanders was just a charismatic guy that when people heard that his son didn't like him, people were like, whoa, I don't want to eat at KFC anymore. I was only eating there because I thought that Colonel Sanders' son liked him. Once they found out that wasn't true, it's like there's no reason to eat there. I mean, that was true for like 2% of people, but the rest just went for the 11 herbs and spices, so he didn't lose that much business. Yeah. But every day he cries a little bit, one tear, for his son, and he prays that he gets home safe so he can make his own chicken restaurant without the 11 herbs and spices that he'll never tell him. Another aspect of Dom is that in the back of his mind, one day he hopes that he can find 11 herbs and spices of his own so he can prove to his father that he doesn't need the ones that he got, which is exactly what his father wants, and then one day they can hug. Yes. But so far he has yet to find one herb and or spice. Yeah, it's tragic. I almost cried a little, one tear. How many? 11 tears. Oh. One for each of our finger-licking urban spices. It's just so sad and delicious. Kentucky Fried Good. I think this is our best stream. Yeah, what do you think? We got a lot to talk about today. Also, discussion of the elbow game. Now, see, technically that's an ankle shot, but that's okay, because the counter reset when we... Yeah, if you died 3 times in a row, then it resets.
Oh yeah.
Colonel will be more pleased when we bring his son home with 11 herbs and spices. Well, no, he needs new ones. Well, what if one day Dom came back with 11 new herbs and spices, and Colonel Sanders looked at them and he was like, son, these are the same herbs and spices that I use. And it's like just a coincidence. And like then they hug. And he's like, I knew you had it in you, son. You found them out all by yourself. Yes, and then they both co-own KFC together. And they don't have to open a rival chain with different herbs and spices.
Rock and roll.
And then they lick each other's fingers. They dip their hands into the spices one on each finger, but then there's another one we're not going to talk about because it's a Christian stream. And then they lick it off. Yeah, it's probably the toe. Probably. It's definitely the toe, guys. There's no other appendages on the human body that could possibly be than the big toe on the right foot. And if you want to know which herb and or spice goes on the right big toe, you will never know. We'll never know. So one of the great mysteries of life is, you know, what is the meaning of life? What is the... Where did we all come from? Which toe has which spice on it? Because like he says, it's the right big toe, but we don't know that. It might also be the left big toe. Honestly, there's a chance. There's some conspiracy theorists, and honestly, it's hard to refute that it could be the left big toe that he puts it on, and he's just lying to us. Because like we haven't seen it. And if I haven't seen something, and quite frankly, it hasn't happened. Except for all those things with valid evidence and eyewitness accounts. But other than that, if I haven't seen it, probably hasn't happened.
Shit, that was close.
You're approaching target. GPS shows that you've picked up speed. You don't have much time.
Let's go. We're almost there.
Well, Dom sounds excited. Do you think he's almost found one of the herbs and spices? He actually betrays the main character. Spoilers first, but if you haven't played the game, we have. He actually betrays the main character. Says his mission all along was to find the first herb and spice. And he betrays the main character and finds it, and then the next game we start playing as him to try and find the second herb and spice, and/or spice. We don't even know if it is a herb and/or spice because this is actually a biography, and he never tells us which herb and spice it was that he found, since they're secret. But we know that this is how he finds one of them. It's at the front of this train, actually. I mean, we don't actually see it. It's like he looks at it and like the camera's like here looking at him, and like his just light opens up as he opens the box and illuminates him, and it all goes to white, and then credits play. But and then the game ends. Yeah, we don't know which spice it is. There have been some rumors that it's oregano, but that's super suspicious. Why would it be oregano? There's no evidence of ever being oregano. Why not parsley, first of all? Parsley is significantly more likely. And even then, there's no evidence.
Let's do this.
I thought you might have gotten a response from one of the applicants.
August, you gotta drop that data right now!
Yeah, see, does she have the application ready? Because we sent it to her 9 months ago. She's had time. It would only take a few hours. First question, how many ankle shots do you think should be allowed per level? There's one acceptable answer.
One.
The hint is there is one acceptable answer for this question. You only have one chance of answering it correctly.
Enemy spotted!
If you answer it correctly, you may have won a job opportunity here working for the National Elbow Association. And we don't have to pay them. Yeah. Speaking of which, if you guys want to donate, just donate straight to the stream and it'll go, at least 45% of that will go to the National Elbow Association. I'm not going to guarantee anything, much like I don't guarantee anything for our interns, like a job or hours that, yeah, or that we are a legitimate company.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Or that will let you put us on your resume in the future.
Yeah, but we might be able to be a reference, might.
Yeah, there's a chance. And quite frankly, if you're not doing anything else, why not take that chance? Apply today. Just under the question, how many ankle shots should be allowed per question? Hint, there is one correct answer. Don't say it's a joke. This isn't a joke. This is serious, Bryce. I see you're typing that. It's not a joke.
Let's do this.
Reavers!
I'm sure you hit him in the elbows. We don't want to have to start over at this point.
Engage!
You're hitting him in his face elbow.
Yeah, but say the face elbow is the wrong, definitely the wrong elbow.
Let's do this.
Marcus, you've got to drop that data right now!
You still
Have
have
we?
it?
Yeah.
And will we finally reach the first herb and or spice?
What if it's salt? Seems like a gimme, right? Like,
Yeah, you know, you tell people, hey, I think the first herb and or spice is salt. They're gonna look at you funny. They think about that for a little bit. They might think, maybe. And then there's the even less likely, but still infinitesimally possible. You probably know what it is. Pepper. It could be pepper.
Eat dirt and die! Behind us!
Now there are many hypotheses. Some range from the conservative guesses of, you know, oregano or parsley to the more out there hypotheses of salt. Some even say it's Mrs. Dash, which you know, does that count? I don't know. I'm not Colonel Sanders. It could be. Some people even say that one of the seventh one specifically is Arby's sauce. And like, if you think about it, maybe it's Arby's sauce. Because like, he doesn't tell us. How do we know? Some even speak of a hidden 12th herb and spice, and or spice, that's so secret that he doesn't even let people know that it exists. He just tells people there's 11. Because like 11 is a weird prime number. Why would there be 11? Unless he's hiding something hidden within the smooth pointiness of his elbows. the 12th spice. And or herb. It might be herb. Some people say that it could even be both an herb and a spice. Like, my god, but how? Is that even possible? I don't know. No one knows.
Behind us!
You might know after the stream.
Maybe once we find all of the cog tags, we'll know the truth behind the 12th herb and or spice. Have you given up? Why are you shooting to the sides of the cover? He can see you. It's like you're not potentially popping out. Like he just looks over and you're there. You're in the middle of it. Like there, that makes sense because like you might pop your head out. Yeah, I would get some distance.
They hopped on me there. Quite aggressively.
Much like customers when a new batch of Kentucky Fried Chicken is given out.
Let's do this.
Sim's dating stream.
God, we should watch the trailer to end this stream. Give our first-hand reactions to it. 'Cause, like, I've seen the screenshots displaying the game, but I haven't actually watched the trailer. Oh yeah, they're making it. It's coming out soon. We just gotta wait. My current #1 reason for living.
Enemy spotted!
We all knew how that was gonna end, right? Should we seriously let's look at this trailer, right?
Okay.
Yeah, let's look at this trailer.
Alright, the game is unimportant to this stream anymore, so we're just gonna stop.
Right, yeah, so like let's see, do we have YouTube installed? Do we have YouTube installed?